Hi everyone, welcome to Heart Center Tarot, and as always my name is Marina and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. So, welcome to Sunday, welcome to the reading on Ukraine, and a little bit of an explanation um, on, sorry, little things happening here and there and whatnot. So, the last reading that I did, let me just fix this a little bit, maybe, if it makes any difference. Not that you'd notice. So, the last reading that I did on um, Alvin Bragg, was it Bragg? Yeah. And the way that I was feeling, I had a sense after I did that video that maybe I should have been doing a video on someone else, and these two sort of got switched or confused or whatever. But I wasn't sure, so I thought, well, that's just me. I let it go. Hi, D Rose. Um, However, that night I had the weirdest dream, and I was dreaming about Putin. And in my dream, he had called and asked me to pull some cards for him. And so I thought, okay, yeah, well, I'll do it. And I was trying to look around for a deck that I could use. Um, and I started pulling the cards. And as I'm pulling them, I'm thinking to myself, these are awful. These are horrible cards. This can't be. How am I going to explain these to him? And I don't remember all the cards. I know that there was a tower there, and the one that I distinctly remember very clearly was the Ten of Swords. And so I thought, okay, well, um, maybe I'll just let it go and see if I can't kind of talk my way out of doing the reading for him or whatever. Excuse me, is there something on here that I'm it's like I'm seeing little boxes. It's just me. Anyway, so I kind of felt a little uneasy and woke up the next morning and thought, well, that was kind of a weird ass dream. Um, but sometimes for me, that's not unusual. Well, that next night, again, I'm dreaming about Putin. And I'm seeing him, and he's very angry, and he's yelling at the people around him, and he's demanding that something be done. And the men around him they're looking at each other because they have to give him the news, and nobody wants to. And so he's talking to one guy in particular, and he's telling him, I want this done. This is how I want you to do it. And the guy's saying, it can't, sir. I can't. We can't do it that way. And Putin just looked at him, and he took out a gun and he just shot him point blank and said, okay, next. And I woke up and I thought, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, this is not good. This is absolutely not good. So I'm wondering if maybe some of the tension that I was feeling that I thought belonged to Alvin Bragg. I might have been picking up on some of the stuff going on around Putin. I don't know. I just know that tonight before I go to sleep and I do my little prayer and my protection, I'll definitely be sending the vibe out um, to Putin and anyone like him to, I'm not going to help you. So you better find somebody else that if you think you're there. How's that? That's a little better. Yeah, maybe not so much. Oops. You would have thought I should have done this before, and I thought I did, but anyway, so I'm wearing, and you probably can't see it here, but I am wearing blue and yellow for the Ukraine, and maybe I should just give you a little bit of my personal background, just so that you know where I'm coming from when I'm reading on the Ukraine, on Russia, on Europe. I was originally born in former Yugoslavia, and when I was about 10 years old, we left in the middle of the night, and we kind of we were going on vacation. So for the first 10 years of my life, and probably, maybe the last 5 where I was kind of conscious of things that were going on, I experienced life under communism. And at that time, Tito was very much alive. And what we had at that time wasn't your standard variety communism like you would have in Russia, but we had a socialist kind of government. So even though we were considered a communist country, we weren't Russia communist. Anyway, there are things that I remember about that life that were not always pleasant, grocery shopping, like, in like a Safeway or a co-op or whatever. No such thing. No such thing. If you needed meat, you went down to the butcher, and he had certain days that he was open. And you never went shopping with a list in terms of, oh, I'm going to get, I need some chicken, and I want to get some stewing beef, and maybe a nice pork loin. No, you got what you got when you got to the head of the line. Whatever they gave you, that's what you were having. Your choices were take it or leave it. That was that. So we had a lovely and very large garden behind our house. So we would get a lot of fresh fruit, vegetables, and so on. And my grandparents lived on the main floor of the house, and the upstairs there was 2 apartments, and we lived in one of the apartments, and my aunt and uncle lived in the other. The apartment was basically 2 rooms. Um, One room when you first walked in was the sitting room, the kitchen, the kind of gathering meeting room. The other room was the bedroom. And there we had a large, large bed. And it was the one bed. And it was my sister and I slept in the same bed as our parents. And we lived in luxury compared to others. Bathroom, yeah, bathroom was a bucket underneath the bed. When you needed to have a bath, well, you went downstairs to the pump and you pumped the water and you brought it upstairs, and there was a tin tub. You filled that up with water, and then you boiled other water and you put that on top. And cleanest one got in first, dirtiest was last. So, I have a very solid sense of what it was like to um, to not take anything for granted, to value every little thing, so that even now, even having been in Canada for, well, more than 50 years, I'm still shocked at um, how ungrateful some people appear, how they take so much for granted, and how they they just assume that everything will be there for them all the time. They've never had to um, they've never had to go without. So, I remember Christmas was um, very much a religious celebration. Our Christmas tree was, like a little Christmas tree, like maybe 3, 4 feet high, if you were lucky. It was in a bucket, and that bucket was placed on a table in the parlor, the living room, the wherever. And you got one gift. It was generally homemade, and you were grateful for it. And that, if along with that one gift, if you received an orange, that that was the best thing ever. Because we had apples, we had certainly had fruit and so on, but oranges was something that was reserved for the wealthier ones. So I have a little idea of what it's like not to live with freedom, to sort of have to do without, um, to watch what you say. Um, so when I hear people talk about, like the Freedom Convoy, You're not fighting for freedom. You're complaining because you've been a little inconvenienced. Not the same thing. Not the same thing. So I understand too why it is so important for the people of Ukraine to hold on to what they have. They have already um, they've already gone through this communism, that this, people at the top have everything, and if you're not one of the few that's right at the top, that's it. That's it. You um, you're not living. You're existing from day to day. They don't want that. They had that before. They had that before when they were part of the USSR. They're not interested in going to that again. Putin, on the other hand, he wants the resources. He wants the minerals. It's all about him. So, with all the yelling and the posturing and everything else, I honestly never saw in my cards, in anything that I did, I never saw Putin actually starting a war in the Ukraine. Apparently that's what's happening. And it just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel right. It's like there's something else going on. So I thought, all right, I wanted to take a look at that. I wanted to send out the energy that um, my support is for the Ukraine. I think that things are difficult now. I do believe they will get better. So, with that in mind, I wanted to go in and take a look at the Ukraine. So yeah, 17 minutes in of me, whatever. Anyway, hello to those who have come in. I only see D in here. Is it D or is it D Rose? Or Rose D? Yeah. So I don't see anyone else, although I see that there are 4 of you here. So hello to those that have come in. So I'm going to start with my reading prayer, as always. Feel free to join me. If it's not your cup of tea, that's just fine. And think about something that brings you joy and pleasure, and that will be just as well. So, big breath in and out. I call on my guides, ancestors, angels, and abundant masters and ascendant masters to protect me as I receive and deliver these messages from Universal Spirit. May this reading and the messages provided be guided by and delivered with love, clarity, and truth. Reveal to me what should be known now, and keep from me what should remain secret. Guide me to always manifest the highest possible good for myself, my spiritual family, and humanity at large. Amen. Okay. Thanks, Dee. I kind of like it too. It's not. I I want to be. I want to give gratitude without sounding preachy. So, anyway, I've got my candles lit. I've got the incense burning. Oh, first thing first, I'm going to go to the Return of Spirit Oracle cards, and let's see what Spirit wants to guide us towards. and what Spirit would like me to concentrate on or talk about. Okay. Celestial. Oops. Storm. Feline. Feline. Cat-like. Yeah, there is a storm in the cosmos, a storm brewing around the earth. But you know, that feline energy, that tells me there's, cats have 9 lives. So, you can push me around this life, but I have 8 others. And celestial is guidance from above. Okay, there's our guides, our connection to that universal spirit is being guided by our better angels, and they are with us as we're going through the storm, and they're very much keeping things calm. That's in a weird way. That is kind of how I feel, is oddly calm. I know bombs are going off, but I don't have the same reaction that I did, when the American forces, when they went into to Kuwait and so on. Yeah, this is one of the reasons that I wanted to take a look at the Ukraine and Putin, because there's something fishy, something very, very fishy going on. That yeah, I just kind of need to see what it is. So with that in mind, I want to know if the president of the Ukraine, Zolinski, is he safe for now? Is Zolinski safe for now? And while I do that, notice that Zolinski is out in and about the city with flak jacket and military garb. He's with his people. Putin is nowhere to be seen. I suspect he's probably hiding in a bunker somewhere. So, and yes, I should preface this by saying it's for entertainment purposes only, YouTube. I know how you like to react to things, so yeah. Okay. And you guys that are here, if you have any questions about Ukraine or Russia or whatever, feel free to ask. By all means, feel free to ask. I would love to read on it for you. So, is Zolinski safe for now? Star. Yes, he is. The Hierophant. We've got the 9 of Pentacles. We've got Strength. And we've got the 8 of Wands. Okay, so three major arcana cards out of the five, with the Nine of Pentacles being in the center. That's, you know, sort of sitting pretty, you know, doing good. So yes, I think he is being protected. The law is on his side. The people are on his side, and he is gathering strength from that, from the fact that he is feeling the energy that everyone is sending out, and that good, positive energy. So things are coming at him fast and furious. Yes. And these are like, you know, shelling, bombing, whatnot. I think that while all that shelling is loud and scary and so on, every time one of those shells hits, it feels like the people just have more of a resolve that, not today, Pootie, not today. So, and there's been so many things that have come out, you know, like the little old lady talking to the Russian soldier, you know, who's, I mean, all decked out in full military gear and whatnot, and you know, he says, you're basically, you know, you're an occupier here in my land, and you know, here you better carry some of these seeds in your pocket, so that when you die here, at least something good will grow. And yeah, she gave him sunflower seeds, which the sunflower is the flower of the Ukraine. You know, and then there's been the island, the Snake Island, where the Russian ship is saying, no, you're, you know, give up, soldiers. There's no need to fight. And it was, hey, Russian ship, F you. You know, those are all things that, oops, sorry, that's bothers me a little bit. Could you go in another direction instead of just directly at me? Thanks. It just makes the people more resilient. It just makes them more determined that they're going to fight till the last man, till the last drop of blood. No, we're not taking this. And they know that the world is with them. So, yeah, they are going to, he is going to come out as sort of the star, the shining star. I know that, I think it was yesterday or the day before, that Autumn from Black and White Channel was feeling discomfort, pain in her right shoulder. And she wasn't sure where that was coming from. And my initial thought was, oh, okay, well, yeah, that shoulder hurts. It felt like he was wounded in that shoulder. So, listen, if that's the worst thing that happens to him, that's fine. Okay, so Zolinski is okay. Are the sanctions against Putin personally, and the oligarchs, are they going to have the effect that the West wants them to have? Are those sanctions going to put pressure on the oligarchs to actually take Putin out themselves? Because don't forget, they wouldn't be oligarchs and they wouldn't be enjoying the lifestyle that they are now if it wasn't for Putin. He installed his friends in all those places. So, as long as in the past the sanctions were hurting the little guy, they didn't care. But now that it's hitting their own pocketbooks, well, now it's a different thing, right? Their accounts are frozen. They can't access money in their accounts around the world. They can't do business. So I think that's probably a very smart way to go. Okay, so are the sanctions going to work? Well, the Seven of Wands, yeah, they're going to be fighting against them. Six of Cups, yeah, I bet they want to return to the old days when they controlled everything. We have got the Seven of Wands, the Thief in the Night, which is what they did. We have got the Hermit. And we have got the Five of Swords. Okay. Yeah, I think it is going to hurt them. They are going to start to gather together and think of solutions on how they could how they can rid themselves of this how do I say it? They need to remove their friend, if someone like him could ever be considered a friend. They are, I see the clandestine meetings. I see the trying to, the thief in the cap, the taking of the information, the passing it along, right? This is the sort of the insult to injury card. So yeah, they would like things to go back to the way that they were, where there wasn't so much fighting, where there wasn't so much fear, because Putin right now, the entertainment only, he's not dealing with a full deck. He really, truly isn't. He is making mistakes that, I'm sure that in the school of megalomaniacs, this is what not to do 101, where he's acting out of emotion, out of fear, out of he's angry. It's like he only has a certain amount of time to do what he has to do, and if he doesn't get his way, it's going to be a scorched earth kind of thing. There's possibility of nuclear weapons being used. Okay. For those who don't know, the Ukraine shares a border with Russia. Okay. So Russia is going to send in something nuclear, and poof, it goes off. And millions of Ukrainians die. And all those little nuclear particles that are in the air, that are in the ground, in the water, whatever, they start to move, but then they get to the border of Russia and they go, oh, wait, guys, no, border here. No, Russia's on that side. We can't go further. Come on, turn around, go back. Everybody go back, go that way. it makes sense in his head. It would. It would. But yeah, it's, he's cried wolf one too many times, and he's lied one too many times. So no one is going to believe that. Yeah, he's going to bring in nuclear weapons. He's going to use nuclear weapons. That's why he took over Chernobyl and what. No. No, because don't forget, he's not up there with the troops fighting. He's hiding, which is typically what cowards do, right? They talk a big game. They scare a lot of people, and then they go hide. Okay. One of the other things that I wanted to ask was, is the Ukraine defense, is it having effect on the Russian soldiers that are actually in Ukraine? Are they're putting up a valiant fight? Is it working? Is it working? Is it enough? Because I've read, and whether it's true or not, it doesn't matter, but I've read that some of the soldiers from Russia coming across the border are going to the first Ukrainians that they see and say, I surrender, I give up. Because they don't want to fight either. Okay. Is the Ukraine putting up enough of a defense? Okay. The King of Pentacles. King. The Ace of Swords, Truth. We've got the Ten of Cups. We've got the Two of Pentacles. And we've got the Three of Hearts. This is not what Putin expected. He expected that he was going to go in and everyone was going to bow down to him, recognize him for the savior that he is. And, he's been kind of juggling, doing a juggling act between the two provinces that he recognized as being independent and whatnot. He's the one who stoked the fires and so on. But, he went in on the pretext of he's going to act as a peacekeeper in that area. And things are not going according to plan. This is going to cost him a lot. Not just in terms of manpower, but in terms of reputation, in terms of how he is perceived in the world. This is the happy family celebrating. It's almost like when this card, when I put it down, what I heard in my head was, ding dong, the witch is dead. So, yeah, I think that the Ukrainians they're doing the best that they can. They're going to hang in there until some of the other countries are able to maybe not necessarily step in with boots on the ground, but they can supply them with with the weapons, with the tanks, with whatever, and so on, and gas to make it from one spot to another, because the Russian tanks were on the side of the road because they ran out of gas. You know, when you start a war and you don't think past the get in there and shoot them up. Yeah. And Ukrainian man drove by them and stopped and said, "Oh, out of gas. Do you need a tow back to Russia?" And the Russians laughed because they could see how ridiculous this is. So, okay, they're hanging in there. They're hanging in. This is. Oh, I'm going to switch to my cards, but before I do that, let me just check on something and see if I can't get rid of this, because it is annoying. It is very annoying to me. Alrighty, that's better. Okay. I'm going to go use the L key is a no, I'm going to use my cards. The other one is the other deck, the L key deck. That's the She Who deck. They're all very, very feminine energy, and they're beautiful, but I feel like, okay, I can use those for something else. Okay. Is Putin are Putin and his friends feeling the sanctions? Is it hurting them? Have they started to feel the effects of the sanctions? Oh, addiction, justice, secrets revealed, joy, travel. Yeah. They are very much wedded to the outcome, and they do not want their life impacted at all. And so they are not very, very happy with Putin, who has come in and now disrupted their lives. It's kind of a case of I'm not going to lose mine because of what you're doing, right? I do see a lot of them leaving Russia, kind of trying to find their place in other countries. I think they're very limited in terms of where they can go, because if their accounts are frozen, they don't have access to all their money. They may not even have access to their properties. If some of these banks freeze their money and say, "Oh, by the way, you haven't made a mortgage payment on this lovely property, so we now own it." So yeah, I do see that. Answered prayers, which it could be both in terms of the um, the rest of the world and the regular Joe Blow Russian people who are praying that this stops. This isn't serving anyone. It's just brought on a lot of sorrow and anxiety. Um, yeah, they they want to be kind because I think they basically are. They're nice, kind people. They just happen to have an a-hole for a leader. You know, you can't blame them, and it's not like, many of them voted for him. That was one of the interesting things about having lived in a communist type um, country where people were told that no, you have freedoms. You Yeah, every year we have an election, and every year you get to vote. It's your job to vote. So you would go to the polling place, and you're voting for mayor. And for mayor, you can vote for John Doe. You can vote for Joe Don, or John Doe. You can vote for John Doe, Doe John, or you can vote for J Don. Those are your choices. It's the same person, but you have a choice. You have a choice in who you're voting for. Really? So, yeah, those people didn't have a choice. Ask again. And turmoil. So, yeah, there is going to be a little bit of turmoil, but I think a lot of Putin's friends are getting together and they're talking about what they need to do next. And what they need to do next is to ensure that he does not have the opportunity to do any more harm. And there's a celebration happening. I wonder if someone is going to pick him up and if they're going to take him over to The Hague and drop him off, and he will be charged with crimes against humanity. Okay. Dog Park Energy he's done something that requires correction, and he's going to get it. Feed Your Soul. Um, there is more to life, more to happiness than just the pursuit of power and money. Okay. Yeah, connect the dot. That's what they're starting to do. They're connecting the dots, and they are at the point that they are accepting the truth about their country, about their leader, about what he has said, about what he has done. So I think that they're coming from a much more informed place, and I think that they will remove him. I think that they will definitely remove him. Um, he's not a good steward um, of what he was initially sort of put in charge of. He's let it go to his head. The um, absolute power corrupts absolutely. Yeah, that's totally gotten in his head. It's set down roots. It's placed, property markers, and yeah, it's there. Okay. Will will he be betrayed by someone close to him? Will Putin be betrayed by someone close to him? Will Putin be betrayed by someone close to him? Will Putin be betrayed by someone close to him? Challenges and roadblocks. Not your issue. Expect delays. Yeah, he's moving around a lot. He's not staying in one place long enough for anyone to pick up on him. Illumination. He does something that gives him away. And karma. Yeah, he is living out his karma. May not happen as quickly as I think most of us would like it to, but I think it is going to happen. Lucky charms, yeah, there's going to be some luck, and beyond the veil. Higher knowledge. We have feed your soul, and addiction again. Yeah, I think my boy's taking medication. Yeah, I don't think he's doing well. Okay. So, is he betrayed? Yeah, quite possibly, yes. Quite possibly, yes, he is betrayed. And it's going to be somebody that he least expects. Someone that is just, when he realizes who it is and what they have done, I'm just, I'm feeling very, very hot. Like my head is spinning and I feel like I'm going to pass out. I'm in shock. Okay, I think it could be a family member. Okay, karma, let it go. Friendship, synchronicity, and beyond the veil. Yeah, I think it's going to be a very, very, very close friend, and he's not going to see it coming. So, oh well. That's what you do, lay down with dogs. You wake up with fleas. Okay, I'm going to consult the Elke deck. And these, oh my gosh, these are just absolutely beautiful. They're, whoops, or can you see that? Yeah, they're just beautiful cards. Okay. I'm going to use these because I want to know about the the females in Putin's life? Do they recognize the sickness, and are they making plans? Okay, let me see. This is Eterna. This is she who becomes. Metamorphosis, transcendent, and journey. Oops, this way. The next one is she who questions, Amelie. Curiosity, destiny, search. I think that they are definitely. Where am I going to go? I'm going to go this way. And maybe like that. Yeah, close enough. Yeah, I think that they're asking questions, definitely. And she who whispers, Conchia. Secrets, excuse me, I'm being vain. I got to take out my glasses because it's a little dark in here and I can't read the fine print. Okay. Secrets, confessions, confidant. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And, okay, take a look at this card. All right. Do you see her headdress? Do you see what that looks like? It looks very much like the, what do they call them? The kokoshnik, the, like the Russian crown. I think that, yeah, his, the females in his life, I do believe he was married. I'm not sure. But I know that he has at least one daughter. So if he has at least one daughter, you know there's at least a baby mama somewhere. Yeah, I think that they probably have seen the mental decline. And it is unfortunate, but what can you do? All righty. Well, we're getting on 58 minutes, getting close to an hour, and I didn't really anticipate being that long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these cards away. I'm going to pick a starseed card for us, something that we can walk away with, be comfortable about. I do think that, this looks like it's going to go on forever and ever. I don't think that it will. I could be wrong. Because really and truly, no one is ever 100% right. Besides, if I was, really, you think I'd be having a YouTube channel? Yeah, no. I would probably be sitting on a small Caribbean island, which I owned, of course, and would be waiting for someone from the liquor staff to bring me whatever it is that I needed. So anyway, and I'd still probably have a YouTube channel because I really enjoy doing this. So, all right, let's pick a card for us. Vibration. Your vibration is being raised to higher levels. You are connected to cosmic intelligence. Very good. See that? Okay. So that's what we're looking at. That's what we need to concentrate on. Being positive, sending lots of light, energy, lots of love to the people of the Ukraine, to the people that are in the countries around the Ukraine who are accepting the refugees that are coming in. The Moldova, the or is it? I don't know if it's Belgium. No. Romania, Slovenia, Poland, all those that are taking in those refugees. Just, send them lots of light and love and positive vibes. And they will succeed. They will succeed. It may take some time, but they certainly will succeed. Okay. I will leave you there. Don't forget, if you like the video, okay, give it a like, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And once I reach 250 subscribers, and we're only about 52 away, I think 50 away, I will be doing a live presentation or a live reading, and someone is going to win a free 30-minute reading with yours truly. And you can ask all the personal questions you want. Okay, so everyone, have a good night. Okay, take care. Have a fantastic week. And positive thoughts. Okay. Thank you, Dee. Thank you for spending time here with me. Okay. Take care all. Bye.